All right, so let's take a look at 10.2 question 4. So we're given some data, and we want to use the data to find the equation of the regression line and take a look at the scatter plot. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to export this data into StatCrunch. We're going to go to Stat, Regression, and then Simple Linear. We're going to tell StatCrunch what the X variable is and what the Y variable is, and then we're going to hit Compute. So remember, if we click this arrow, that will give us our scatter plot. All right, so what is the question asking for? Oh, okay, it wants the scatter plot. So which one of these graphs looks the most like this picture? So it looks like these points are on a fairly straight line, and then you've got this outlier sitting up here. So let's see if we can't pick the right ones. I think it's this one right here. Looks like they're on a fairly straight line, and then there's an outlier. All right, so what is the equation of the regression line? Well, we'll just go back to StatCrunch. We click the left arrow, and here's our regression line. So they want the slope. So the slope is attached to the x, to the variable x, and they want the intercept, and the intercept is by itself. So the slope is 0.529, and the intercept is 2.87. So let's put that in there. 2.87. Take note of, let's see if I copied those numbers right. And take note of the fact that it asks you to round the intercept to 2 decimal places and the slope to 3. Identify a characteristic of the data that is ignored by the regression line. Well, the characteristic that's ignored by the regression line is there's an influential point that is having an impact on the regression line. And I guess the last thing I want to do is I just want to take a look at that. That influential point. It's this point up here. So it looks like it's the point that has the highest values in both categories. So this point right here. Now look at this regression line, how it kind of skews up towards this point. But if we remove this point, let's just go ahead and delete that. And then we reset this, right? Look how different this looks. Right now, this line is going right in between all those values instead of sitting above them. So that one point had a lot of impact on this problem. And that concludes this lesson.